Alaska. Vast, untamed, beautiful, and deadly. Since the 1970s, over 20,000 people have vanished within its borders, more than any other state in America. Planes disappear from radar. Hikers vanish without a trace. Entire search teams come back empty-handed. Some say it's the wilderness. Others whisper about magnetic anomalies, ancient legends, and lights in the sky that defy explanation. This isn't just folklore. This is the Alaska Triangle, a place where nature is unforgiving and reality itself seems to bend. And today, we're going in. In this video, we're not just skimming the surface, we're diving deep into one of the most chilling and least understood regions on Earth. We'll trace the boundaries of the Alaska Triangle and uncover why this vast stretch of wilderness has become a magnet for mystery. You'll hear about real-life disappearances, some famous, some forgotten, and the theories that try to explain them. From brutal terrain and natural disasters to magnetic anomalies and paranormal encounters. We'll explore scientific research, indigenous legends, and eyewitness accounts that challenge everything we think we know about time, space, and survival. Whether you're a skeptic, a believer, or just someone who loves a good mystery, this journey will take you to the edge of reason, and maybe a little beyond. Vanished without a trace. Real-life disappearances. Now, here's where things get eerie. Since the 1970s, over 20,000 people have vanished in the Alaska Triangle. That's more than 2,000 a year. 6 people every single day. One of the most famous cases, Hale Boggs, a U.S. House Majority Leader. His plane disappeared in 1972. No wreckage, no bodies, nothing. It's like the sky swallowed him whole. And it's not just politicians. During the Klondike Gold Rush, 100,000 stampeders headed north. Only 30,000 made it. The rest, lost to the cold, the terrain, or something else entirely. Even Jack London, the author of Call of the Wild, nearly died of scurvy while witnessing avalanches bury men alive. Alaska doesn't forgive mistakes. Statistically, it's the most dangerous place in America to go missing. But strangely, it rarely makes national news. Natural forces or something else. Scientific explanations. So what's causing all these disappearances? Some scientists point to magnetic anomalies, places where compasses spin and GPS signals go haywire. Pilots have reported instruments going berserk mid-flight. Others blame infrasound, low-frequency vibrations caused by wind and terrain. These can trigger panic, hallucinations, even disorientation. It's like nature's own psychological weapon. And then there's the seismic activity. Alaska sits on 3 fault lines. Between 2013 and 2018, there were over 150,000 earthquakes. 31 of them were magnitude 6 or higher. The 1964 quake, a staggering 9.2. It triggered tsunamis that reached 170 feet and wiped out entire towns. Infrastructure here is fragile. Permafrost causes roads to crack, buildings to shift. Even the Alaska Highway, built at a cost of billions, doesn't reach the Arctic Circle. So yes, nature plays a role. But does it explain everything? Not quite. Paranormal theories, UFOs, cryptids, and ancient legends. Now we enter the realm of the unexplained. In the early 90s, residents of Seward reported a 600-foot-wide disc hovering over the forest. A military Black Hawk helicopter was seen nearby. The disc emitted streaks of red, blue, and white light, and then vanished. In 1986, Japan Airlines Flight 1628 was followed by massive UFOs. They were tracked by radar, witnessed by multiple pilots, investigated by the FAA, the CIA, even Reagan's science team. The data? Classified. And it's not just modern sightings. Indigenous stories speak of little people, small humanoids with large heads who can vanish instantly. In Shaktoolik, they're feared as abductors. Other legends describe star people, beings from the sky who visit Earth. These tales go back centuries, long before the UFO craze of the 1940s. From Sitka to Fairbanks, sightings continue. Glowing objects, hovering crafts, lights that defy physics. Something is happening here, and it's not just folklore. Why the Alaska Triangle still haunts us. So what is it about the Alaska Triangle that keeps us coming back? Maybe it's the paradox, a place of breathtaking beauty and brutal danger. A land rich in resources, yet hostile to human life. Alaskans know the risks. Search and rescue is limited. Infrastructure fails. Survival depends on self-reliance. And yet, people stay. Native communities have thrived here for over 10,000 years. They've adapted to the cold, the isolation, the unpredictability. In a world mapped by satellites and algorithms, Alaska remains one of the last great mysteries. Whether it's nature, the supernatural, or something in between, the Alaska Triangle continues to defy explanation. And maybe that's why it haunts us. Because deep down, we're drawn to the unknown. If you've made it this far, you're probably just as intrigued by the Alaska Triangle as I am. The stories, the science, the silence, it all leaves us with more questions than answers. So let's keep exploring together. If you found this journey fascinating, give this video a like. It helps more curious minds discover it. And if you've got theories, stories, or questions of your own, drop them in the comments. I read every one, and who knows, your insight might be the spark for our next deep dive. Subscribe if you haven't already, because this is just the beginning. There are more mysteries out there waiting to be uncovered. Until then, stay curious and stay safe out there. The Alaska Triangle remains one of the last places on Earth where mystery still reigns. A land where compasses fail, legends breathe, and people vanish without a trace. We've explored the terrain, the disappearances, the science, and the stories. But the truth? It's still out there, buried beneath ice and shadow. In a world that's constantly trying to explain everything, maybe the Alaska Triangle reminds us that not all questions have answers. And maybe that's okay. Thanks for joining me on this journey. If you're ready for more mysteries, more legends, and more places where reality bends, stick around. The next story might be even stranger. Until then, keep your eyes open, and your mind even more so.